Hi, my name is Jacob Pushy, and today I'll be discussing with you a project called penny oxidation. For this project, we were asked to place dirty pennies, like this one here, in a solution of vinegar and salt and observe what happens. Then place the pennies in water to halt the reaction, and then place them open to air to further observe what happens when they're left open to air. So what happens when this reaction occurs? So all pennies start out the same color, right? Bright copper. But somewhere along the way, those pennies lose their luster and shine. But why do they lose their luster and shine? Why does this occur? The answer is actually quite simple. Although copper is a shiny metal, it's also very reactive. That is to say that the negatively charged oxygen atoms in our air are attracted to the positively charged copper atoms in the penny. When the oxygen binds with the copper in the penny, they form a new molecule known as copper oxide. The copper oxide is a brownish or sometimes black in color. It also depends on other factors in the penny's environment too, but the copper oxide will appear as a brown or black color. And this is why most pennies you see look dirty or tarnished. It's not actually because of dirt you're seeing, it's the copper oxide that's making them look so dull. So thankfully, there's a number of ways we can clean pennies and make them look bright and shiny again, using chemistry. And that's exactly what we're going to do through the use of vinegar and salt solution cleaning these pennies. As they are exposed to this environment, pennies become coated in a layer of copper oxide, making them look tarnished, as I just stated. But copper oxide is actually able to be dissolved in a mixture of weak acid and table salt. So vinegar is a weak acid, and therefore when combined with table salt is able to dissolve the copper oxide on the outside of the penny, which I will demonstrate for you now. So, when placed in a solution of table salt and vinegar, this tarnished penny will quickly, as you'll notice, become shiny again. And the table salt is actually quite necessary because it actually penetrates the oxide layer. So the table salt penetrates the oxide layer and allows the acetate, vinegar, to react with the copper. And that allows the penny to be stripped of its copper oxide layer. You could also actually clean the pennies with salt and lemon juice or orange juice because those juices are actually acidic as well. So they could actually be used in this instead of vinegar too. So when you take it out, the penny will look quite shiny. It's not quite there yet, but you'll see that the penny will be quite shiny when I take it out. So, yeah, basically stripped of when it started basically black. When you take it out, it looks brand new and shiny, where otherwise would have looked dull and dingy because of the copper oxide. And when you actually leave the penny out for a prolonged period of time to air, after being in the vinegar and salt solution, it begins to turn blue, actually, which this penny kind of has. It's because the vinegar and salt dissolve the copper layer on top, making it easier for the copper atoms to join oxygen in the air and chlorine from the salt and make a blue compound that we actually call malachite. So that's also a secondary reaction that occurs after the stripping of the copper oxide in the original reaction. So that's all I have for you here today. I hope you learned a lot, and thanks.